So let's talk about UFOs and UAPs, whatever you call them these days. So number one, you need to know this, that the alien UAP situation is being used today to distract you away from many things that are happening. So we've got multiple wars all across the globe. We've got a genocide of Christians within Africa that's not being televised or reported on properly. And we've got mainstream news organizations like Fox News, CNN, BBC, and all the shit in between talking about UFOs and UAPs because they understand that the fear of that we're going to be invaded by little green men from Mars, that fear will go deep into the psyche of the populace, that it might distract a few people away from looking at political policy. Now, I really have to state this. I've been researching UFOs and UAPs for the past 15 or 20 years. I was very happy to find out that a lot of information was going to be released in 2019. There's been a lot of people like Bob Lazar, Commander Fravor that have done podcasts with big podcasters that have given their side of things. And I believe a lot of them. Are some of them shills? Yes. Some of them are shills, literal shills that work for government agencies. But I believe that the governments do have some type of technology that probably isn't off this earth, that they've probably found in an archaeological dig or they've shot down or whatnot. Is Roswell real? Probably. However, why do you think they didn't talk about this before? Well, number one, they can release this information today because we live in the age of AI, and AI is the seed of doubt. So if I release a video right now, if I take a video of a UAP, a UFO, or a little green man sitting in front of me saying, look mate, do you want to go for a pint? I want to give you the secrets of the universe. If I record that video and I post that on social media, 90% of the people that watch that video will say that this was created with AI. So they can release this information now. They have been releasing a lot of information since 2019 because they understand that this is the age of AI. And the seed of doubt, well, people are going to just say that this was faked. That's there. They can use that. So they will mess with your consciousness. They will mess with your psyche by releasing this information now, knowing that they have that backup seed of doubt, AI, and that it also will distract you away from a lot of the stuff that's going on in the earth right now. You've got Israel, Palestine, you've got Russia, Ukraine, you've got China, Taiwan, you've got governments gearing up for what seems to be World War III. You've got the genocide of Christians in Africa right now. But don't look at that. Let's all talk about UFOs and UAPs now. It's just one of many things used to distract you. It's not the main thing that's used because it's a very niche audience, that. But it's still one of the things used to distract you away from the truth. I'm not saying it's fake. I'm sure there's truthful elements to it, but it's one of the things used. And I seen this in 2019. It's not a coincidence that we went through what we went through at the end of 2019 right up until now in regards to the sniffles and the you-know-what, the little jibby jabs, all that information being released during that time, all the stuff that we've been through, all the wars that have been created. It's not a coincidence that is all happening. And it's not a coincidence either. This is all happening as they're gearing up for the Antichrist. Oh, maybe I shouldn't have said that. But you get what I'm saying. You understand where I'm going with that. So there's a lot of people like myself for the past 15 or 20 years that have been researching this. I was mad into it. I've interviewed people that have claimed to be alien abductees, authors. Byron Lacey is one of them from Texas, a very sweet old man who thought he was going through religious experiences. But it wasn't. It turned out that his friend said, hold on, Byron, I think that you possibly could be an alien abductee. He never tried to financially gain from it until, I think it was 2005. I think the guy's 80 now, Byron is. I interviewed him and the podcast was interesting. I believe him. I believe that he believes that that's what he's going through. I think he would pass a lie detector test. So I'm not denying that there is weird things happening. I've got my own experiences. I drove through a little town and I'm just for a millisecond, I looked up and I seen what looked to be a craft flying by me. Within a millisecond, it looked like it's just gone. And then I realized this is a military town. And right beside me is one of the biggest military bases, British military bases. So you really need to know this. This is information that you need to know. If people are mad into aliens, okay, that's good. But I'm much more interested in the fact that our politicians here on the beautiful island of Era are implementing tyrannical policies to tax me more, to give that tax money to people who don't work and sometimes are not from this country. I'm more interested in those policies. I'm more interested in the fact that our GDP is shit. We're not producing, and we are taking in more than we produce, which is going to absolutely decimate the country. I'm more interested in that. And then once we get all those things cleared up, then we can worry about little green men. Is there reptilians? Is there strange people of a spiritual force? There probably is. Is religion true? Of course, I'm a Catholic. The one true belief system of Jesus Christ. Of course, I believe in Jesus Christ. However, I can see the evil that's manifesting in front of me. And it comes in the form of a good-looking politician that's saying he or she has the answers to everything, when all they want to do is line their pockets with gold. And these people, and the people who really control the situations, i.e., the big companies, will not name any, who donate to these politicians, these people, it benefits these people if you're distracted. And as I say, the alien UAP thing isn't the main thing that they use to distract you, but it's one of many things that they use to distract you. Sports is another one. I stopped watching sports a long time ago, especially the Premier League. Stopped watching it because I realised this is all bullshit. I'm watching millionaires kick a ball about a field. So I would rather not be broke and spend my time actually making myself financially secure. And that's what they do. Rome puts on more games whenever society is crumbling. They will distract you with anything that they can distract you with. While you're being distracted, political policies being implemented that literally is corroding the society that your children and their children will have to live in the future. Policy that cannot be backtracked on. And that's what you need to know. And I'm from the north of Ireland here. I know there's going to be loyalists, unionists, nationalists, Republicans. I don't care about any of that. Our country is being destroyed politically. The West is being destroyed politically. And our news organizations are talking about UAPs and UFOs. Okay, it's a psychological operation, folks. We need to wake up.